Hey, Grand Rising. It's gonna have a little echo in here, and that's because my adapter for my raggedy Apple computer that everyone said was great went out. So I'm gonna have to replace that. So I'm gonna have a little echo in here now, but I'll fix it up when I do my content. So, Grand Rising, everybody. Thank you for jumping on. I'm currently broadcasting on Facebook, YouTube, and TikTok. Um, if you see us on TikTok and you don't like it or you don't share the video, that's okay. I'm only using this platform to get more content and to actually edit. So you can participate or not. That's cool. Grand Rising, John. Thanks for jumping on. So we are the Blank Spot. We are sublimation blanks, t-shirt transfer, and adhesive vinyl and banner vinyl supplier. Yeah, that sounds about right. It's probably gonna take me a couple of times to say that to get it right and get it down pat. Happy Friday, everybody. Happy Friday. I know exactly what I want to say. I'm just not sure if I want to say it or not. Social media is different for business owners. Thank you. It's Mary Grand Rising. Thanks for jumping on. T-shirt lady, what's going on? It's been a minute. Happy New Year. Social media is challenging for a business owner. Using social media to build a business it was never supposed to be easy. And that is because crafters make it difficult in our industry. Now, the title of this, if you see this on YouTube or Facebook, it's going to say "Crafters Beware: Chronicles of a Business Owner." I want to make this clear, but I don't want to make it sound like I'm griping and complaining. But it doesn't matter what I say and how I say it. Somebody's going to find a way to be offended. So here goes that grin, John. So here it goes. Imagine being a business owner, having limited funds, being strapped for cash, not having a huge advertising or marketing budget, but then utilizing your resources and your tools to do your best to build your business. You sit down and you actually create a business plan. You create and design a market for a target audience, only to attract people who only want to know, where did you get it from? How do you do it? What do you use? So we provide sublimation transfers, screen print transfers, both single and full color. We provide heat transfer patches. And now we are providing adhesive vinyl stickers. Those the stickers, the cards you guys are making for phone boards, things like that. Banners, We did this banner back here. We're still working on our banners. We are vendors. I guess we can call ourselves vendors now, and also suppliers. Here's the challenge: finding the right people who want your products, and then driving them to your website. I'm sure a lot of people have this challenge. So I said that because I wanted to lay some foundation. I don't want to be all over the place. But like I said, imagine creating a business page, not using your personal page. Imagine creating a business page. You're putting your business name up there, the blank spot. Imagine not sharing any personal videos, any personal pictures. Everything is business related. You're not leaving anything to the imagination. Whoever is going to see this page, they don't have to flip through your content. They don't have to flip to your personal content to see your business or what you're offering. And then you drop a video. You drop a video of a product that you sell, showing people how to use your product. And the questions start pouring in. Initially, you're excited because you're saying, man, I'm getting some feedback. I'm getting, activity. People are liking my stuff. And then you start reading the comments, and you get comments like, where did you buy those racks from that's holding your screen print transfers? Not, do you make those banners? What type of paper are you using inside of your 3D shirt? Not, do you make 3D shirts? It's crazy, but it's real. When people, as Benedict Grand Rising, thanks for jumping on. This is one of the things that I'm talking about. I like the second question. The second question says, do you build a business page? Can you help me to build my business page for me? Well, no, that's not one of the services that we provide, but we do, however, have a business membership. And if that's something that you're interested in, you can actually visit our website, theblankspot.com. You can go to courses, drblankspot.com, under TBS Academy, and you can sign up for our business membership. Or if you would like to set up a one-on-one with us, that's going to be a paid one-on-one. Then you can find out if that's something that we can help you with. Okay. Got comments coming in over here on TikTok. Man, we got 30,000 followers over here. And unless you are tap dancing and doing cartwheels, John, ain't nobody coming over here. See, I had a lady pretend to be my friend for a year just to learn the tricks of the trade. Well, here's the thing about business owners. If we talk about stuff like this, we're complaining. If we talk about stuff like this, we're being unprofessional. If we set people straight, we're being unprofessional. Small businesses for years have been afraid to turn down or turn away customers or potential customers because they fear that if I turn away this customer or if I turn down this customer, then I'm going to get a bad rep. But you have to realize and have to understand, if you are truly a business owner, you have to understand that not everybody's going to be your customer. Okay? Not everyone's going to be your customer. I haven't had that issue being from a small town because we don't work inside this town. Everything that we do, we try to do outside of the city that we're currently in. But even then, we had that issue similar to what you're saying when we have storefront. What I will say is this: like I said, without barring the threat of sounding like I am, like I'm complaining, this type of stuff weighs heavily on my mind because we are business owners. This is our only source of revenue. This is how we eat. So crafters beware. I realize that if we're not getting the type of customers that we want on our virtual store, our website, then that means that I'm going to take up a collection via creating content. That's what I'm going to do. I just thought of that. If people won't shop with us as we're being business owners, then I'm going to do like everyone else that's on social media doing, and I'm going to be ratchet. I'm going to be wild. I'm going to be grimy. I'm going to be entertaining, and I'm going to create content. And that's going to create another source of revenue. I think that's how it's been working, right? I'm just kidding, y'all. I am, but I'm not. It's crazy how things work out. It's crazy how what we think or we hope things are going to work out. They really don't. Expectations. I'm learning to limit my expectations of personalities, of people, of customers, because not every person that shops with you is not your customer, and not everyone who watches you is going to be a follower of the information that you share. I'm a very vocal personality. I'm a very forward person. And what happens is people don't like that. So let's talk about crafters for a minute. There's nothing wrong with crafting. If you are a crafter, bless your heart. If you love to craft because that's what you like to do, that's fine. But please consider this. Not everybody's crafting. Not everybody's doing what you're doing. If you happen to see a video, consider pausing, checking out that person's profile page or that company's profile page to see if they are indeed a crafter or if they are conducting business. That will be helpful in the next step, because the next step is you're gonna comment on that post. You're gonna do something audacious, bold, delusional in some senses. You're gonna ask a question, and you're gonna say, "Hey, how do you do this?" Well, that's just not our business model. There are some designers, AI coaches, business coaches, craft coaches, whatever they're calling themselves these days, that will take the time, all of their time, to teach you the tricks of the trade, the things that you need to know. They'll charge you because it's a business. There's people out there that's doing that. We're not one of them. One young lady, and I wish I was able to tag her. It was two people actually, but I was a little frustrated. I gotta admit, and that's the other thing. You have to try to control your emotions, because it ain't that serious. But I was getting frustrated, and this young lady asked me on a video where I was doing an all over shirt, what was I using inside the shirt? Before I responded, I went to her page, and I saw on her page that she had all over shirts, 3D shirts. I also saw that she was a part of a couple of groups that we're a part of the same groups. Now, this is going to probably sound kind of boisterous. I don't know, braggy. I don't follow anybody because I'm looking to learn anything other than behavior. Not because I know everything, but I can care less about all these groups. I don't care anything about sublimation for beginners, crickets, and all that crap. I don't care about, drop shipping. We do that. That's all the stuff that we do. I go in there and I follow these groups so I can study people's behavior. And I saw that we were a part of a drop shipping group, and we're also a part of a sublimation for beginners group. And then I saw that she had all over shirts on her page. See, it didn't take that long, just a little bit of research. And I can't assume that she's a business owner, but I can assume that she's probably been around people who are freely sharing information. I'll say that again. I can't confirm nor deny that she's a business owner. I can't just assume that she's just a crafter, but I can say that she's been listening to people in the drop shipping group and also in the sublimation for beginners group, people sharing information. And that's where it starts. That's where it starts with crafters. Crafters love information share. They hate gatekeepers and they love information share. As a matter of fact, They love information shared so much to where they will sit down, they will watch a complete video and wait for somebody to say something that's key or ideal before they even comment. Many times they never have anything to share. They're information hoarders, most of them. And they're hoarders of information, collectors of information. And that's what the crafting community has done. From YouTube, individuals creating YouTube channels and saying, hey, this is going to be my market. This is going to be my target audience. This is going to be my niche. I'm going to learn everything about this particular product, this particular piece of machinery, this particular paper. I'm going to learn everything about that. And then I'm going to just go share it for free and create a platform where people are going to come to my platform and support my platform by liking, subscribing, and even dropping some gifts. Then I'm going to create a membership or some type of something that I can capitalize on. I can monetize. There's nothing wrong with that, but that just ain't us. And it doesn't matter if I say this today or if I say this every day until the end. It won't work. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. The other thing about being a business owner, a self-employed business owner, we're not crafters. We don't work all night. We have hours of operation. So as Melissa just came on and said, I sent you an email last night. I was on your live yesterday, and I had a question. You said, find your email, send my question. We'll get to your email sometime today or tomorrow. Even though we're closed on the weekend, we usually answer emails on the weekend to catch up. But that's another thing that a lot of people don't understand. We get emails all through the night. Betty, hello. Thanks for jumping on. If you guys are just jumping on, drop that city, that state, the country of origin, wherever you're tuning in from. Like the video, share the video. If you're finding value in the content, if you feel like you've been entertained, by all means, hang around. Hit that bell to be subscribed. Hit that bell to be notified after you subscribe to our YouTube channel. I don't know if people expect us to do what they are doing, or if they see us pressing a transfer on a shirt. Wisconsin, Foxborough, Massachusetts. Thank you. I don't know if they think because they see us pressing a transfer on a shirt, because we sell these transfers just to show customers how easy it is to do. I don't know if they just automatically consider that we're crafting. I think that's what it is, though. We're not alike. We're not the same. And most business owners are not the same. Hello from Maryland. Auntie, thanks for jumping on. Say she's just listening. John's out of Buffalo. Chandra. Say that right? Chandra? It's out of Charlotte, North Carolina. We're not the same. That doesn't make me better than you. I'm not saying that I'm better than you. I'm not saying that we're better than you. What I'm saying is, let's not assume, guys. Let's not assume, because we're working hard to grow our business, as most business owners are. We're working hard to build a social media presence. We're working hard to connect with new customers when we go live. We're working hard to connect with new customers when we put video content out. Greenville, North Carolina. Thank you. I appreciate it, Miss It's Mary. And then we got Beverly Scott out of Houston. We're working hard, guys. We're working hard to push out content, relevant content, and attract potential business owners. It's challenging. One of the things that people are afraid to talk about, because once again, we don't want to be judged, but it is challenging. Even after 5 years of being in this business, almost 11 years of being in business total, it's still challenging because you run up against different personalities, and people are something, man. People will catch an attitude with you. Carver Lewis, hadn't seen you in a minute, man. How's it going? Grand rising to you as well. You say I'm a beginner crafter, and I love what you and your wife are doing. Keep up the good work. I need to follow you guys for a while. I'm not saying that crafters have not been our target audience. I'm not saying that. As a matter of fact, that's how we got started. We got started as a sublimation store. We got started with blanks and ink and paper, and we still have the paper and the ink. That's how we got started, and that was our target audience, locally and online. However, a business evolves, and sometimes our shift, our aim changes, and sometimes people can't take that. I'm reading some comments. Grand Rising Nathan, thanks for jumping on. Yes, we do make 3D and all over shirts. Do me a favor, message me, okay? Because I won't remember. TikTok does not allow us to keep these videos up, so message me with that question, and I will send you the link to our custom side, because we do actually make some custom side. So message me, and I will respond after the video. Let's see, we had a couple more people jump on. Betty Ann from Minersville, Pennsylvania. I like to start making shirts to help my family out. I'm sorry for your loss. I truly am. Which brings me to another thing. The reason why a lot of people do this is because there is a need. There's a financial need, whether it's a replacement of income or whether there is a shortage of income. So if you are interested, we do have a couple of kits that you can get started with, but definitely subscribe to our YouTube channel, which is The Blanks Spot. Hit that bell to be notified. And there are lots of videos there that can assist you. There's lots of videos there that can assist you. Just, pressing items, pressing shirts. But I will tell you that it's going to be difficult. You're going to have to do some trial and error. So, okay. Let's see. Lots of people coming in right now, man. Maybe this is the time I should be on, huh? Hello from Maryland. You and your wife have definitely inspired me and my husband. Well, thank you. I appreciate it. Stevie, Grand Rising. Thanks for jumping on, brother. Let's see. Dallas, Texas. Starting to get interested in making my own insurance. I guess it's shirts, because I'm a coach and I make special shirts. So here's the deal. This video, I hope this video helps you to go to our website. Our website is theblanksspot.com. If you're on Facebook or YouTube, you see it scrolling across the bottom. Also, the link to shop with us is in the caption. So if you read the caption, you'll see that. If you're on TikTok, you can go to the link tree and you can go shop with us there. Here's the thing. No, you can see what we did. You'll be able to see what we did, Nathan, on our website. Here's going to be another thing. I'm glad you brought that up. Here's another thing. People are very visual, okay? And a website, which we have two, one for our custom side, and then also one for our blanks transfers. We have products and our services. And during that process of creating our website, we wrote descriptions and we took some great pictures. And it's amazing that with small businesses, and I said this yesterday, with small businesses, customers would rather get on the phone. They would rather contact that company, that smaller business, before they shop. But did you know that Walmart was a marketplace with physical locations? I want y'all to think about that for a minute. I'll say it again in case y'all missed it. Walmart, the store, Target, the store, they are marketplaces with physical locations. Did y'all know that? Type a number 2 in the comments if you knew that. Type a number 3 if you did not know that. So Nathan, you can actually go to you're on our TikTok. You can scroll back. We made a couple of football shirts for NFC, AFC. So you can see a couple of the things that we did kind of like live, okay? You never thought about it like that? No, it's just like that. And I was yesterday old. I was yesterday years old when I found that, okay? When I found that out, my wife was telling me, because my wife was in retail for years, Walmart and Target they're nothing more than an Amazon with a storefront. They are retail giants that sell other companies' products, meaning that if we were able to get our product, our paper, the blank spot, the bleed free supplementation paper into a Walmart, they would then be selling our product, just like they're selling lawnmowers, just like they're selling sheets, food. They're selling other people's products. Why do I say that? Why did I even bring that up? You're not calling the person that made those sheets, those bed sheets, before you buy those sheets. You're looking at those sheets. You're reading the description. If you're reading the description on the sheets, and you're picking them up and you buy them because you need them or you want them. Let's see. I'm missing some comments, so I apologize. Let me try to scroll back up. I saw you making a clack fan. Was about to order until I saw it. I had to assemble it. I'm not crafty at all. Just want a few done. My son's high school graduation. So, okay, let's see if I can respond directly to you. I may not be able to respond directly to you on here. So, Chandra Austin, this is for you. Okay, this is for you. Give me a second. I'm reading comments, y'all. So, Chandra, this is our email: info at the blank spot.com. What I'd like you to do, Chandra, is I'd like you to email us with your request. We'll let you know what the requirements are. And then we go from there. Does that sound all right? Cool. So yeah, it's a marketplace. That's all it is. It's a marketplace that's hosting a company's products. Let me see. Auntie says people think that small business is approachable, but you don't dare ask, how did you make that shirt? Can you sell it for less? Yeah. Hope I read that right. Yeah. Had to blame the blank spot to Maryland. I wouldn't mind traveling. We love to travel. We'd have to maybe we can host a show or something. I don't know. A crafting event. But yeah, Chandra, just hit us up and we'll be more than happy to respond. They don't haggle with Amazon, Walmart, Target, but they give you a sob story and ask why they can get your customized product from somewhere else cheaper. That's just how it is. Pandora, Grand Rising, thanks for jumping on. That's just something that we have to deal with. But one thing that we're not going to do, and it's not that I don't think about it, and that's quit. I'm not going to let some sad story or some personality stop me from doing what it is that I have to do for myself and my family. But it does get frustrating. Grand Rising, Nadia, thanks for jumping on. Now, they don't ask questions to big box stores. They never will, because number one, you won't see a large company, a big box company, or a corporation live like this. That's number one. Even in the crafted industry, you'll see a couple of YouTube channels. You'll see them having some ambassadors, and some of you may be ambassadors, or you may know some ambassadors that are using their products and helping them to sell for a couple of pennies on the dollar. That's called affiliate. Nothing wrong with that. Get your money how you get your money, but you won't share ours for free. I figure I had to slide that in. Testimonies. Anyway, yeah, you won't find them doing that. You won't find those larger companies being available, because why? Why should a big box company? Why should a big box company appear or show up? Why should they appear or show up if they have your trust? If they have your focus? I don't know if you guys remember I said this before, but wherever your focus is, that's where your money is. If they have your focus, wherever your focus goes, that's where your money flows. They get your attention with all these elaborate promises, but that's another conversation for another time. When you sell throughout other platforms, you let me see. Yeah. So when you sell on through other platforms, you have a loss, but you don't lose, Steve. I want you to think about this. When you use other platforms to sell, because we do have Etsy is another platform. We do have an Amazon store, is another platform. You don't necessarily lose if you don't. You only lose if you don't price your products properly. You lose profit. Your profit margin is lower, but you get in front of so many different sets of eyes. See, this is a one person, one company show. This is a one company show right here. We're only going to reach the amount of people that you share to and that the algorithm pushes us out to. I want y'all to think about that. If you rock with us, like my wife, if you rock with the Blank Spot, why you ain't sharing our stuff? You share stuff that you see from corporations. You go to a restaurant, you talk about how good the steak was. Small businesses don't get that type of love. Elijah, how are you? Thanks for jumping on. Drop that city and state if you have not done so. Like the video, share the video. This is the Blank Spot. We are a sublimation blanks and t-shirt, transfer, banner, adhesive, vinyl supplier located just outside of Columbia, South Carolina. And this live is dedicated to crafters. Crafters who think that everybody is crafting and that other people couldn't possibly be business owners. Why are you not sharing all of the information? Why can't you take time to show me how to do it? I need you guys to understand something. For those of you who may be on the fence, maybe you are on the fence. When I say the fence, you might be crafting / business owner. Because I hear people so many times that are crafting saying, oh, but I just love crafting so much. You got to make a choice. You cannot have it all. You cannot be a glorified crafter and then be a business owner. Not publicly anyway. Not mentally. You have to decide if you're going to be a business owner, if you're going to use your crafting skills to build a business, or if you're going to get stuck in the crafting zone. Some of y'all on the fence. Crafters want information. As a matter of fact, we got a couple of videos that's getting some great traction. And I talk about numbers. This business thing is a numbers game. If you only knew how close we were, man, if you only knew how close we were to popping this thing. Has anybody ever seen that image of the miner picking with the axe pick, with the pickaxe, picking the mountain, the inside of the mountain, digging for diamonds? Has anybody seen that? So Elijah, we're not crafters. We don't just randomly sublimate things. We do have a custom side, but we don't just randomly sublimate things. So I'm not sure if you know or not. We are business owners. A lot of the things that you may find, there's somebody on here that sublimates socks, but it's not going to be us. But have you guys seen that? Y'all seen that, right? They're getting so close. I want y'all to look that up. Google that. All right. Google that. Google that miner with the pickaxe hitting that rock, trying to get to the diamonds. And just before they had a breakthrough, they quit. That's what's happened to some of y'all. We're so close to popping before we get that full breakthrough. EB, first time here. Thanks for taking the time to share this information. Well, I have no choice, EB. I have no choice but to share this information because crafters will not allow us to be great. We have to come on here and put out content that is to get people's attention. It's not, we have no choice at this point. Y'all do realize that, right? Y'all do realize that I'm not doing this because I love doing it. Nine out of 10 people don't like going to work because they only want to do what they want to do with their own time. Y'all do realize that most business owners that come on live, they're coming on to get business, right? Am I missing something? I mean, I appreciate the sentiment. I do. But I only know how to keep it one way, and that's real. 9 o'clock in the morning, I could be doing something else with my time. Yet, I feel like that this is something that needs to be said. It's not that I don't like you, Steve. It's just that I would rather be doing something else productive in my business. Imagine needing to do something at home, right? This might not be a great example, but imagine needing to do something at home and not being able to do it, but you got to go to work instead. There's so many other things that we could be working on in our business, but because we don't have the influx of customers coming in on a regular basis, if we spent all of our time on these platforms sharing information for free, giving information for free, we would probably still have an issue with some things, but we'd have a lot of people watching us. We'd have a lot of people following us. We have a lot of people asking more questions. Do y'all really think that business owners love going live? It is a source of marketing, yes, but it's time consuming. So let me ask you a question. That's a great question, Evie. You're absolutely right. Let me ask you a question. Are you a business owner? Not picking on you, just want to know. If you're a business owner, type a number 4 in the comments. Type the number 4 in the comments if you are currently a business owner. You consider yourself to be a business owner. Because see, I should be on here talking about our product. This is what I should be on here talking about. Our tray table designs, our screen print transfers, our sublimation gang sheets. That's what I should be talking about. I should not be on here trying to correct somebody about how they look at us as a business owner. So from the outside looking in, it seems like, yeah, get on social media. And I say that. I will tell you, get on social media, man. Get on social media and share your business. But when you find yourself, I just, the way that I think, and I'm still training my brain. I'm still training my brain to not include stuff like this in my lives. But at the same time, it's content. This is going to drive traffic to our website. Out of the 100 people that see this video, one person's going to buy. Out of the 2,000 people that see this video, 20 are going to buy. That's just the numbers. And if you're not on social media, sharing your business on a regular basis like you see us, then it's going to be kind of hard for me to hear what you're saying. It's going to be kind of hard for any business owner to hear what you're saying. It's almost like you making something or you wanting to make something, and two of you are in the same room and neither one of you know how to make it. Why would I listen to somebody who's not doing what I'm doing? And I don't want that to sound rude, but it's just kind of like, it's sensible. There's two sides of this, and then the business is in the middle. There's the customer side, and then there's the business owner side. Customers cannot get their point across to corporations and big box companies. So they drag small business owners and pump small business owners for information because they feel like they're approachable. They're reachable. They feel like they can control, access small business owners. That's what happens. I mean, tell the truth, share the devil. You want to know something about a product that you purchased at a big box company? You go into a store, or maybe you go online. Let's say you go online first. What you're going to do is you're going to read the product information. That's usually what happens. You're going to read the product information. You're going to see if that product fits your needs. And then you're either going to buy that item or you're not. I'm going to use Best Buy, for example. I want to purchase a computer. Not a lot of people are purchasing computers online, but a lot of them are doing it as well. I want to purchase a computer, a laptop, but I don't want to go into the store. Or maybe I'm out in the country and I'm a long way from the store. I'm going to go online. I'm going to go online and I'm going to look at different laptops. I'm going to see which laptop best suits my needs, my financial needs, yada yada, blah blah blah. I'm gonna read the descriptions. I may not understand everything, but I'm gonna read the descriptions. 9 times out of 10, you're not gonna understand everything about a laptop if you're not tech savvy. You're gonna pull out your debit card or your credit card or your Chime or whatever it is that you're using, your Apple Pay, whatever you're using. You're gonna pull that sucker out and then you're gonna swipe. You're gonna put your numbers in, you're gonna buy. You're not gonna get on the phone and call. You're not gonna get on the phone. You're not gonna try to email and ask questions. You're just gonna buy it. Understood? Type a number 5 in the comments if what I just said is true or not. How did I start? Did I research? The same way about starting a job. It's the same way with starting a job. Create a resume. And then I went out searching for that position. So if that's what you're gonna do with a large company, why would you think that it's different from a smaller company? Larger companies have employees. They have the ability to put people in position in places. They have revenue, they have budgets, they have different things. Smaller companies don't have that. Yet we spend the majority of our time responding to emails like, is that still for sale? Are you still offering that? I need help. Yeah, people really write emails like that. People really write emails like that. And they want interaction. They want to make up. They want to replace the interaction that they cannot get from big companies with small businesses. I'm going to take it a little bit further. I have never seen, I don't know, I wouldn't know what a professional shirt looks like other than the one that I made. I have never seen, and some people gonna get mad at me, I have never seen a professional DTF quality transfer. What does a professional DTF, a professional quality DTF transfer look like? Can that same transfer be made at your house? How do you know? What's the comparison that you're doing? Nobody's asking Nike if they're using Gildan shirts. Nobody's asking Adidas if they're using Hanes shirts. All you're doing is buying the Nike, the swoosh. But when it comes to small businesses, it's all types of questions. And we are expected to respond to those questions. And if we don't, then we'll definitely get some traffic. But how about taking that same energy to big box companies? Or use that energy from the big box companies that you use on them on us. And just read the description and buy. Yes, by most, by a lot of us, it is. But yet I find myself on here. Trying to get customers to either like the video, share the video, or go to our website. I'm on here trying to replace the income that we're not getting on our website. I'm on here trying to offset the income that I'm not getting on my website by not going viral, but by creating a monetized platform. There's not a lot of small businesses that's going to get wealthy with one thing. It's going to be several things. We're not going to get well off with just one thing. It's going to be several things. Coming on here keeps marketing funds in our account. So we can come on here and we can market and we can use that money to market in other ways. There's a method to the madness. When people tell you to subscribe to the YouTube channel, matter of fact, if you're on Facebook right now and you're not subscribed to our YouTube channel, if you're on TikTok right now and you ain't subscribed to our YouTube channel, it's free to subscribe. The name of the channel is the same that you're watching on, The Blank Spot. It's free to subscribe. We got almost 100,000 Facebook. Well, I got to stop saying that. We got almost 100,000 people that's watching us on Facebook. Most of those were crafters that started in the beginning that followed and never did anything else. That's cool. But let's take that same energy over to YouTube and max that one out. Let's take that same energy over to Instagram and max that one out. I ain't worried about TikTok. I need TikTok to come over to the other platform. But I need y'all to understand something. There's so many different things that we do as small business owners to get the attention of customers that we don't get rewarded with, whether it is right now, down the road, or ever sometimes. But we still got to keep on coming back and be resilient. If not, that means we quit. We give up. And giving up is not in my DNA. So the purpose for this live is to serve as a reminder. And thank you, Darlene. I appreciate that. The purpose of this live is to serve as a reminder, not to the crafters, because the ones that are doing it is not on here. The purpose for this live is to serve as a reminder to the people who are small business owners to not quit. It's the Chronicles of a Business Owner. We know it gets hard. We know it's challenging. We know that people are not going to always swing your way. People are not going to always go to your website. Folks are going to always try to get information from you when you have nothing to share. You're on your last leg. You got just enough energy for you to finish the week. And here comes this person asking, well, how did you get started? Well, how do you do that? Well, how do you this? How do you that? How did you start your job? How did you find the job that you got? You were looking for a job. Whether you had someone to point you in the right direction or not is irrelevant. You were groomed to find a job from the time you was in your mom's womb. From the time you were conceived, you were taught to go to school, make good grades, and get a good job or a decent job or two, depending on where you were raised. That's the same way you start a business. Tenacity. The desire to never give up, no matter what doesn't work out your way or the way you expected. What I am learning is to lower my expectations. I don't expect anything out of anybody. I don't. I expect people to be people. I expect customers to be customers. I expect crafters to be crafters. But with that being said, please expect me to be me. I can't control people coming in our inbox, emailing us, messaging us, all that foolishness. I can't control that. I can control what I say and respond to. That's not going to make me give up and quit. But that doesn't mean that everybody else is not experiencing it and that it shouldn't be addressed. I'm not a passive person. There's going to be people that say, well, he shouldn't even say nothing. He just hurt himself. Go back in your hole. Go back to your job. Go back to doing what you do best, because business is not your thing. You want to see real? This is real. You want to know what we think about and what we struggle with? This is it. Even the most successful small businesses still have to market. That's how it is. Crafters, beware. I think I might use this again, man. The Chronicles of a Business Owner. Talking about different things that we run into, different issues. If you stayed this long, the name of our company is The Blank Spot. We are not crafters, so we won't be sharing where we got our stuff from. However, if you would like to buy something, if you like to purchase something, whether it's sublimation paper, sublimation ink, sublimation gang sheets, screen print transfers, adhesive, vinyl, prints, banners, go to our website. It is theblankspot.com. You can find it on all social media handles. And one last thing, if you don't know how to work social media, please learn how to work social media. It's going to make it easier for us to be a better business owner to you. Customers and business owners have their own responsibility. Your responsibility is to know how to shop. Our responsibility is to know how to deliver. So thank y'all for jumping on. I appreciate it. I know y'all could have been anywhere else. Hopefully this video gets out to somebody who needs to hear it. And probably be going live later on talking about some products and services that we provide. But like I always say, when you know better, that's when you have the ability to do better. And the only knowledge that's powerful is properly applied knowledge. We will see each and every one of you guys at the top, because there's entirely too many people struggling unnecessarily at the bottom. Peace.